me clapping. And today is a new debut. We have viewers freestyle, which is you telling me what kind of music you would like to see me curate. And then we also have musicians appreciation, where I'm going to be featuring a couple of guest musicians and our very own. So, with all further ado, top of the morning to you all, my lads and lasses. Let's get it on.
See you in the chat, lighting up the room. Your spicy mocha queen gets stronger cause of you. Our motor follow rising, yeah, we built this place. A wild little haven full of courage and grace. You lift the brand higher every time you show. I'm a radio shining in the love you throw. This space is ours, where the broken can breathe, where the lost find value and the hurting find peace. Not everyone is ready, but the willing always rise. And I'm honored just to walk with you through every story. So thank you, Mama Cachinos, for the fire that you bring, for the laughter, for the chaos, for the healing when we sing, for the art, for the madness, for the love you always show. We're growing into something bigger than we'll ever fully know.
This song is for you.
My viewers, fans, supporters, streamers too. We're climbing cause of people like you. You help me build a safe space where the soul can speak, where the quiet find their voice and the wounded find their feet. Music therapy warriors, yeah, we rise as one, turning shadows into stories, turning pain into drums. You get wild with me, laughing through the night, dancing in the chaos till the world feels right. Every follow, every raid, every moment you stay. You're the heartbeat of this channel every single day. Not everyone can be saved, but the brave still choose to try. And I'm grateful just to
Hello,
witness
Simple
every tear that
Side.
turns to light. So thank you, my mochachinos, for the fire that you bring, for the laughter, for the chaos, for the healing when we sing, for the art, for the madness, for the love you always show. We're growing into something bigger than we'll ever fully know.
This song is for you.
My viewers, fans, supporters, streamers too. We're climbing cause of people like you.
Here's to the ones who stayed. Here's to the ones who prayed. Here's to the ones who found their voice when the world said fade away. Here's to the ones who heal. Here's to the ones who feel. Here's to the ones who rise again when life tries to steal the wheel.
We're almost famous. We're almost famous. We're almost famous.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Thursday. I am your favorite spicy mocha, Lady Armor, and this is Armor Radio. Today we have a new debut song that I have been working on and finished for you guys last night. Today is Viewer's Choice Freestyle, so whatever you have the mood for and you would like me to create something right on the spot, you are absolutely welcome to drop it in the chat, and I can make it for you right now. Now, let me set up this debut, and then I'll go ahead and I'll play it a couple more times before streams end. It's called Walking Again, and it's basically a song about how life can get so busy, and then we tend to put our head down because we're just trying to get through life. We're caught in this lie that everything has to be done now, like everything is for convenience. But and we tend to get into this train of thought that everything has to move quickly. And it was inspired again by something that I found online, and just really thinking about conversations I've had, with one particular friend in general, and just understanding that not everything has to be quick. Like people who rush into relationships, or people who think that getting the most amount done in a day is the best way, because there are things in our life that actually require diligence, discipline, and detailed care. So, guys, I hope you get a chance to put up your feet, relax, make yourself at home, let your hair down, be yourself, play some Pokemon. In fact, there's a Pokemon on the loose. We have a Char Cadet. Yesterday, someone caught an Eevee, which is my favorite Pokemon. Congratulations to Ray Ray. Anyway, so go ahead, get your snacks, your drinks, and let's get this going. Here is Walking Again. I love you guys. You are absolutely amazing and my favorite flavor of every day. Num num mochachinos. And mochachinos. And yes, I do have my mocha today. The OG mocha. You guys are amazing. And a 1, and a 2, and a play! Enjoy Walking Again.
The rushing ended on a morning washed in quiet light. No dramatic break, no echo in the air. Just a soft release inside the hum that had been steering every day I lived. The wheel I'd been running finally loosened, and the moment opened like a small unguarded gate. For years the dawn had carried a single message: you're behind. And I obeyed it, chasing every sunrise as if it were a debt I owed. I measured life in distances, in milestones, waiting somewhere ahead, and let the present slip past like scenery outside a train window. But then a gentler thought arrived, quiet, steady, unmistakably true. I'm alive, and it's settled in me, feeling right. The steam rising from my coffee, 4 seconds held in my hand, became the first 4 seconds in years that belonged entirely to noticing distant as a heartbeat, until we make room for it. So let the race fall from your shoulders. Let the quiet draw you in. Feel the cup, notice the steam. Let the morning be the destination instead of the road towards something else. I'm walking again, and the world at last walks slowly with me. The moments I once sped past now stand still enough to be seen. The morning was the destination all along.
Alright guys, that was walking again. I hope you enjoyed that. Let's go ahead and
The rushing
pick
end
another
on a
song.
morning washed in quiet
Of
light.
course, the song wants to play again,
No
so
dramatic
let's listen to it
break,
again.
no echo in the air. Just a soft release inside the hum that had been steering every day I lived. The wheel I'd been running finally loosened, and the moment opened like a small unguarded gate. For years the dawn had carried a single message: you're behind. And I obeyed it, chasing every sunrise as if it were a debt I owed. I measured life in distances, in milestones waiting somewhere ahead, and let the present slip past like scenery outside a train window. But then a gentler thought arrived, quiet, steady, unmistakably true. I'm alive, and it's settled in me, feeling right. The steam rising from my coffee, 4 seconds held in my hand, became the first 4 seconds in years that belonged entirely to noticing. I realized I'd been traveling through my own life as if it were a commute, passing wonders I never saw, breathing without feeling the breath, mistaking speed for purpose and habit for need. distant as a heartbeat until we make room for it. So let the race fall from your shoulders. Let the quiet draw you in. Feel the cup. Notice the steam. Let the morning be the destination instead of the road towards something else. I'm walking again, and the world at last walks slowly with me. The moments I once sped past now stand still enough to be seen. The morning was the destination all along.
Thank you so much again, guys, for listening to Armor Radio. I am your favorite spicy mocha lady, Armor. And that was the new debut called Walking Again. And let's get some beautiful queens going.
We were three unlikely strangers with a spark we didn't plan, sharing stories over coffee till we laughed so hard we ran. Side stitches on the pavement, nearly spilling every drink. But something in that moment made us closer than we'd think. We're the beautiful queens, kicking up fire in our blue jeans, turning madness into magic with a joke that hits the seams. When the world don't make sense, we just dance through the mess, 'cause a phoenix rises higher when her sisters say oh yes. We've had wet pants while they laugh nights, spitting coffee down our shirts, finding joy in every mishap 'cause the laughter heals the hurt. We take risks we'd never take if we walk this road alone, but together we're unstoppable, three queens claiming their throne. We're the beautiful queens, kicking up fire in our blue jeans, turning madness into magic with a joke that hits the seams. When the world don't make sense, we just dance through the mess, 'cause a phoenix rises higher when her sisters say oh yes. We're the fire in the dark, we're the spark that finds a spark, lifting each other when life tries to pull us apart. Hand in hand, heart to heart, we're the light after the fall. Three phoenixes in harmony, rising stronger through it all. We're the beautiful queens, kicking up fire in our blue jeans, turning madness into magic with a joke that hits the seams. When the world feels our stories tight. Three queens and all our sisters, shining wild in country light.
You're listening to Armor Radio, and up next is Classical Thrift. What's up, G-Style 47? It's going great. How are you today? You all the best for today, G-Style. You're absolutely awesome, and you're very welcome for the shout out all the time, every time. While you're here, make yourself at home, and if you can, kick up your feet with a snack and a beverage. You are loved and highly favored here. Enjoy the music. Broadcast with it, and also when I'm gaming and taunting, but it's here by popular demand. Unless I'm performing for you guys, because I am professionally trained vocalist. Voice mod, and you guys are more than welcome to change my voice in stream once it's officially connected. It unconnected itself, so I have to figure out what happened. But this is the default setting. Alright guys, this is Armor Radio. We are about to hear I'm Free Now, which was my very first Twitch community commission piece telling a story of someone's victory. Enjoy.
But the web you spun around me was stitched with
Hello,
lines.
Epstein, how are you?
And the moment you stepped into my home, your mask looked off like dust. But even then, a spark stayed lit. The part of me you couldn't kill.
I hope you're having an amazing day. I will be stopping in your stream
One
shortly.
day you'll climb this hill. You try to choose my friends for me. You try to shrink my world down small. Cut me off from those who cared. Said you were the only one I should call. You forced affection I never wanted. Drained the color from my days. You worship that dragon on the shelf more than the damage you made. But every time you dim my light, something
you, I
brighter
loved and
falls
highly
around.
favored.
You never saw the strength you sparked. Each time you
didn't just hurt me, you hurt my boy. Made him watch the storms you would start. You broke the peace inside our home. You tried to break my heart, but the moment I walked out that door, the harmony came rushing back. My boy could breathe again with me. We finally stepped off your track. I lost friends to you, but I'm making up the time now. I'm free now, living my best life without you. Look at me now, getting back what I lost, repaired what you broke with me and Phoebe. Now I'm sipping on buzz balls, laughing till I fall down. Buzz balls and pool tables with my crew. That's my healing, that's my vow. You can't hurt me or my boy anymore. We're the ones who made it out.
Burning, itching, I don't
Beauty
know.
you stole
Whatever
from
happens
me
with the ear.
is
I got
resurrected
you in
in
the
the
set
sun. It's flying out of reach again, like the dragon lost from the shelf. You care more for chasing fantasies than the wounds you carved in me. But I've stitched my wings back together now. Watch how far they carry me. Every step away from you was a step closer to a new life. Every breath without your shadow made my spirit come back alive. You believed your own gaslighting, told your stories door to door. But truth outlives the loudest liar, and I don't live there anymore. We've escaped the wreckage. You dared to call your truth. All you stole will be returned. That's the justice coming due. You're a chapter I've closed firmly, not a scar I'll carry long. I've rewritten my whole future, and every line is strong. I lost 3 years to you, but I'm making up the time now. I'm free now, living my best life without you. Watch me rise now. Now I'm sipping on buzz balls, laughing like the world's brand new. Getting tipsy and giggly with the laughter you could never steal or use. Buzz balls and pool tables with my crew. That's the life you couldn't break. You can't hurt me or my boy anymore. We're free for our own sake. You took your shot and missed. We're done and I am free. You'll never dim my light again. My life belongs to me.
Alright, now playing will be Rainstorm, which was debuted this week. Enjoy, and then we are going to do our very own Slamurai Chris and his music with permission. Hello, Chef Red. How are you? Welcome, welcome in. Hope you can put up your feet, make yourself at home. Thank you so much for the emotes, guys. If you want to have an emote party, go ahead and have an emote party. My wall is open for you guys. style. Alright guys, let's go ahead and give a warm welcome to our very own Slamurai Chris. And I will be playing two of his songs that he's given me permission to play. First one is called If You Say No, and then I will introduce the other one after. I'm just waiting for my computer to load. If you guys have SoundCloud, go follow him on SoundCloud, as well as give him a follow here on Twitch. Hello, Astoria Malfoy! How are you? Everybody here, go ahead and drop each other a follow, because y'all are amazing. Amazing and awesome attract amazing and awesome. And that's what you guys are. So thank you so much for being here. I am fabulous. Thank you so much, Astoria. How's the family? How's wifey? I'm having trouble doing two things at once right now. Give me 1 second. Alright. Oh, good. Is she out of morning sickness and all that good stuff? It's really not good, but I have to say, I actually wouldn't know that because I never had morning sickness when I was pregnant. I'm sorry. Alright guys, here's If You Say No by our very own. No problem, Astoria.
I'm fucking done with the smoke and mirrors. Seeing through the glass, it all becomes clearer. Sorry for not listening when my mind was hazed. Going through a 20-plus-year-old phase. But despite me being a monstrous rat, I got nothing but love for you and all of our cats. Let me get to the point, like the edge of a knife. No, I'm just here trying to make it right. Yeah. If you say no, I just have to deal and suffer. Only myself to blame, can't blame another. I could only hope and pray that we mend each other. I'm at 0 HD, just give me time to recover. You say no, I just have to deal and suffer. Only myself to blame, can't blame another. I could only hope and pray that we mend each other. I'm at 0 HD, just give me time to recover. I'm at 0 HD, just give me time to recover. I'm at 0 HD, just give me time to recover.
At Ross, you'll find everything your kids need to be the best version of themselves when they go back to school this
And
fall.
after this
It isn't
brief
just the
message-
first day of school for them. It's their debut of who they've become since last school year. When they walk back through those school doors, they're a different kid than the one who walked out months ago. Summer sun, summer freedom, summer ups and downs shape them. From fashion to school supplies to
Jake from State Farm. I'm winning. I finally cleaned my house, so I'm breaking out my new tropical room spray.
Keep winning and create an affordable price just for you by bundling your home and auto with the State Farm Personal Price Plan. It's like your own personal paradise.
It is called
Ooh, hey,
Islander
grab me coconut
Forever.
water.
Bundling, just another way to save with a personal
If I
price plan.
remember
Like a
correctly,
good
this is
neighbor,
about a character
State
you
Farm
were
is there.
playing.
Prices are based on rating plans that vary by state. Coverage options are selected by the customer. Availability, amount of discounts and savings, and eligibility vary by state.
Yo, what's up? TikTok that shit out. Yeah. 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 Let me spit some bars about a chode I know. Ego as big as a Dixie blows. First name Jonathan, nickname Drip Drop. He's live action Dragon Ball shit. Big flock, gaslighting guy I can murder with ease. The fuck out of here with your Asperger's and cheese. Not in any timeline, cause this bitch we can murder.
Not that one.
I can look to the sky and make it rain hell. Single thought, kill your ass with a brain cell. I drop a house on your spouse, teleport to Celestia. Four-way Aphrodite, Athena, and Hestia. Got the long hair, big sword, tight pants, all facts. Put my shit in some dreads and dye it all black. I can play a six-string while I dominate your girlfriend. Have her blow me so hard, I call her a whirlwind. Big man, big plans, don't think the world can withstand who I am. Absolute pure legend, not a myth man. Big man, big plans, don't think the world can withstand who I am. Absolute pure legend, not a myth man. Got a whole clan of motherfuckers who hate my existence. Stay mad cause I got my own plane of existence. I just get changed like colors of the seasons. I do what I do for a number of reasons. Brother to a paladin, son to a seraphim. Got a soft interior, hard shell like a terrapin. Let the blood flow like water through a cellar drain. Got more intelligence than a motherfucking elder brain. Than a motherfucking elder brain. Than a motherfucking elder brain. Got a whole clan of motherfuckers who hate my existence. Stay mad cause I got my own plane of existence. I just get changed like colors of the seasons. I do what I do for a number of reasons. Big man, big plans, don't think the world can withstand who I am. Absolute pure legend, not a myth man. Big man, big plans, don't think the world can withstand who I am. Absolute pure legend, not a myth man. Got a whole clan of motherfuckers who hate my existence. Stay mad cause I got my own plane of existence. I just get changed like colors of the seasons. I do what I do for a number of reasons.
Alright guys, that was our very own Slammer Chris. A round of applause. That was amazing, Chris. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for sharing your talent and your lovely, lovely music. That was new metal, guys. If any of you were wondering. And let us go on with my radio set. busy. And anytime you guys want me to curate something right on stream, if you shout out like your favorite type of music, I would happily make something for you on the spot. Although I am a musician and I do know how to play instruments, just so that I can produce quickly for you guys, I do use AI generation, but I have full control. So if I don't like something, I can change it. And everything that I make are templates that can be transferred to a live set, a live band. So thank you so much for enjoying and hanging out with me on Armor Radio. I am your favorite spicy mocha, Lady Armor. And you are absolutely awesome, loved, and highly favored. Alright guys, let's continue. Let's do some end of July rhythm. Don't forget your emote party! Woo! Let's go.
The morning finds me where the quiet meets the ache. Soft light on the pieces I'm learning not to take. I breathe in the stillness, let the night fall off my skin. Every sunrise whispers, you get to try again. I'm standing in the hush of a brand new dawn, letting go of the battles I shouldn't fight alone.
Yesterday scarred me, today tries to shape me, but hope keeps reaching out like it still wants to save me.
I keep going, my story isn't finished yet. Dust on my boots, fire in my breath. Today builds me, tomorrow rewards me. I'm stronger than the storms I've met. Every sunrise says I get another chance, and I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm taking it.
sunrise says I get another chance, and I'm taking it. Yeah, I'm taking it. There's a rumble in my chest when the darkness calls, but I rise with a growl when the shadows fall. I've been broken, beaten, bent, undone, but I stand in the light like I've already won. If I woke up today, then I'm already winning. If I'm breathing, I'm still beginning. I keep going, my story isn't finished yet. I rise with the beat pounding under my chest.
Today builds me, tomorrow rewards me. I'm running toward the life I get.
Every sunrise shouts, you're not done yet. I feel it now. I rise again. I rise
Second chances in the sunrise, strength in every breath I take. I'm still becoming, I'm still awake.
Welcome to Armor Radio. This is your favorite spicy mocha lady Armor, and this is Iron Ritual. Enjoy!
at me once, and the air shifted, not colder, just altered, like someone had quietly changed the rules of the room. Your eyes carried a calculation I felt before I understood, a verdict forming in silence, landing in my chest like a drop in altitude. I didn't know the number, only the way it made me smaller, and I lived inside that shrinking as if it were the truth. But the ruler you used was already broken, worn by your history, bent by your limits, shaped by a world that taught you to measure. You handed me a number that belonged to you, not me. I'm breaking the ruler you pressed against my life. The number you gave me was never right. I'm stepping out of the outline you tried to draw. Your measurement missed me all along. Sometimes the judgment was a sentence, sharp enough to leave a mark. Sometimes it was only a pause, a shift in your energy that said everything without speaking. I shrank before rooms, had the chance to see me arriving already reduced by a verdict you made with an instrument that couldn't measure truth. You stood at the edge of your own capacity and assumed the edge was mine. I'm putting your measured judgment down, the one I carried for years without asking who it belonged to. Truth doesn't wait for permission, it doesn't need belief to be real. Your ruler broke long before it touched my soul. I won't let your damage define me again.
Mocha, Lady Armor. So next week for Culture Day, I'm going to be featuring Sweden. And we're gonna go heavy metal. So there's that, and then I'm hemming and hawing over the idea of doing a J-pop Swedish metal fusion. What do you guys think? I think it would be very interesting. I was actually listening to, shout out to Lavi Edeno, who was playing beautiful Japanese Indonesian music fused with some English and like cross language there, which was done very beautifully. I absolutely enjoyed listening to the music that was provided there. So go ahead, and if you haven't dropped a follow, I'll drop the stream in the chat. And we're going to go ahead and listen to the debut of today, Walking Again. And then I'm going to do the next guest appreciation from our very own Bradford City Lover, but in the music scene he calls himself Broken Keo. So let's go and get this started. Walking Again by yours truly.
The rushing ended on a morning washed in quiet light. No dramatic break, no echo in the air. Just a soft release inside the hum that had been steering every day I lived. The wheel I'd been running finally loosened, and the moment opened like a small unguarded gate. For years the dawn had carried a single message: you're behind. And I obeyed it, chasing every sunrise as if it were a debt I owed. I measured life in distances, in milestones waiting somewhere ahead, and let the present slip past like scenery outside a train window. But then a gentler thought arrived, quiet, steady, unmistakably true. I'm alive, and it's settled in me, feeling right. The steam rising from my coffee, 4 seconds held in my hand, became the first 4 seconds in years that belonged entirely to noticing. I realized I'd been traveling through my own life as if it were a commute, passing wonders I never saw, breathing without feeling the breath, mistaking speed for purpose and habit for need. as a heartbeat until we make room for it. So let the race fall from your shoulders. Let the quiet draw you in. Feel the cup. Notice the steam. Let the morning be the destination instead of the road towards something else. I'm walking again, and the world at last walks slowly with me. The moments I once sped past now stand still enough to be seen. The morning was the destination all along.
Alright guys, really quick while I set up for the next guest musician. Broken Keo. Couple of things that are going on. I've got the Your Voice Challenge going. So whoever donates the most channel points will win a prize from me. At the end of the month, you have the choice of a
surprised you the
song,
most about the testimony?
an autographed art piece,
There wasn't a surprise.
Or-
I expected it was just going to be a lot of theater on both sides.
gifted
overall.
sub.
And now the media, we're all the media here.
That's not
You know, I saw
right.
like a statistic
Hold on.
yesterday.
That's
Fox
never reacted
mentioned
like that.
Fauci.
I didn't understand this until recently. I didn't know that you don't know,
Alright.
you have no
1
idea
second.
who you are to a woman until you know how you're saved in her phone.
That's comedian Josh, by the way. I don't know why he showed up on my reels, but he can be funny. He's got funny stories. Okay, we are going to do Stay Up Late and No Messages. This is our very own Bradford City Lover, who goes in the musical realm as Broken Keo. He is an indie musician from the UK and has given me permission to play his music. So let's get it on. Here's Stay Up Late. After this brief message.
I needed some inspiration for how to wear them, so I asked ChatGPT to help me. It was so useful to brainstorm how to wear them for different occasions, like
Not in escape. I just wanna go to sleep and not wake up. Not in a scary way, just quiet enough. My brain's too loud for me to rest. Every thought just hits my chest. I keep replaying everything, every word I said wrong, every little stupid thing that my head holds on to. I hate myself more than I say out loud. I just hide it better in a crowd. Laugh at jokes and play it cool like I'm not breaking every rule. My heart starts racing randomly, like something's wrong. makes my thoughts rehearse. I hate myself more than I say out loud. I just hide it better in a crowd. Laugh at jokes and play it cool like I'm not breaking every rule. My heart starts racing randomly, like something's wrong with me, but nothing's even happening. I just can't let myself be.
Alright, Broken Keo. That was Stay Up Late, and now we're gonna do No Messages. Here we go.
Today I noticed no one ever asked me how I've been. My phone stays quiet all day, no messages come in. Everyone's got someone, I don't fit anywhere. Feels like I'm invisible, like nobody cares. I see them out together every week and night. Same faces, same places, everything looks right. I wasn't even invited, I just found out online. I tell myself it's fine, but I'm lying every time. Today I noticed no one ever asked me how I've been. My phone stays quiet all day, no messages come in. Everyone's got someone, I don't fit anywhere. Feels like I'm invisible, like nobody cares. I scroll through all their stories, watching from my bed, recognizing everyone, but they forget me instead. I almost text what's up, but I don't hit send, 'cause I don't even know if I still count as a friend. Today I noticed no one ever asked me how I've been. My phone stays quiet all day, no messages coming. Everyone's got someone, I don't fit anywhere. Feels like I'm invisible, like nobody cares.
Alright, that was Broken Keo, guys. Who's our very own Bradford City lover. I'm gonna drop his name in the chat so you guys can go follow him, as he's a fellow Twitch streamer as well. And let's do some Moonlit Midweek.
intuitive, perceptive, wise, like I was born with eyes that see beneath the skin. But the truth sits heavy
Eyes from
behind my
ashes.
lips. This
Enjoy.
song didn't start as something gentle within. I learned to read the danger in a doorway before my feet even crossed the line. Every room was a battlefield map, and survival was the only sign. Who's tense, who's lying, who's about to break? I feel it before the words begin. A 4-second threat assessment built long before I knew the meaning of sin. They praise the way I read a room, but they never ask where the skill was born. It came from nights I learned to listen for storms that didn't give a warning. I soothe the fire before it spreads. Speak soft so the walls don't shake. They think it's empathy in motion, but it's the reflex of a child who couldn't afford a mistake. This isn't wisdom, it's a scar that learned to see. A nervous system humming warnings underneath me. You call it insight, I call it staying alive. I wasn't born reading hearts and heat and danger. I learned it to survive. You see composure in my eyes. I feel the tremor just behind. This isn't magic, it's a scar that learned to see. And it's still watching all the time. A raised voice freezes every muscle, even when the anger isn't mine. My mind says you're safe now, but my body doesn't trust the light. I apologize for every tear, like my feelings are a spill on the floor. I learned early that emotions were trouble, so I hide them before they reach the door. You call me calm, you call me wise, but you don't hear the hum inside. A lifetime of scanning shadows, a lifetime of learning where danger hides. This isn't wisdom, it's a scar that learned to see. A nervous system humming warnings underneath me. You call it insight, I call it staying alive. I wasn't born reading hearts and heat and danger. I learned it to survive. You see strength when I walk in. I feel the ghost behind my spine. This isn't magic, it's a scar that learned to see. And it's still watching all the time. I built these skills from silence, from nights I couldn't speak or run, from rooms that taught me vigilance before childhood had even begun. You praised the way I read your shadows, but you never saw the ones that shaped me. I wasn't gifted, I adapted, and the scar is what still keeps me ready. This isn't wisdom, it's a scar that learned to see. A warrior's instinct carved too early into me. You call it insight, but it's the cost of staying alive. I wasn't born reading hearts and heat and danger. I learned it to survive. You see strength when I walk in. I feel the ghost behind my spine. This isn't magic, it's a scar that learned to see, and it's still watching all the time. A single note, a breath, the hum remains.
Alright guys, you are listening to Armor Radio. I am your favorite spicy mocha Armor, aka Lady Armor. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. This is Thursday's Viewer's Choice Freestyle, as well as Guest Musician Appreciation, which I like, and I'm going to keep on Thursdays. So anybody who has original music that they would like me to broadcast to you guys, you can either send me a whisper or you can get a hold of me on Discord. My Discord name is Armor86. Dropping it in the chat right now. And to all you viewers, I see you. And you are absolutely amazing. You are loved and highly favored. Thank you so much for hanging out and watching. Thank you for my active chatters. You're amazing. And multitasking isn't my friend today, but that's okay. Anyway, before we get to I'd Like You to Know, which is a letter to myself, my younger self, but also a partial letter to my children as they are older and starting to really want to expand their wings. As they grow in their teenage years and into young adulthood. Anyway, I do want to also mention that by next month, between next month and October, I will be adding gift cards to the rewards that you guys can get. I'll be doing raffles starting in September. Also, big news, I am releasing my deluxe version of my album that I had released earlier this year for my birthday. A big year for me. I also am going to be celebrating next month my 5-year business anniversary for my photography. Woo! And all the pictures you see, and more to come in the slides, are personal pictures that I have taken, I photographed. There's also a couple of digital art designs that I did. I'm not really big into digital art, but I will do that when I'm bored and I've got a little extra time on my hands and it just comes up in thought. But anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the pictures that I have taken, also known as candids. Trying not to get too technical here. But anyway, so I love taking photos. I love, just ask my kids. Anyway, so we've got that, we've got raffles. Oh, and I hear an echo in my ear because there's a 6-second delay in my headphones, so it's kind of throwing me off a little bit. But anyway, sorry. I will also be giving away my original album, and then there will be a grand prize for my deluxe album towards the end of September, which will be strictly a raffle for those of you who are interested. I've got some really cool things coming down the pike that I am planning. I don't want to reveal too much, but you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for listening to Armor Radio. Come September 6th, I will be going to a collective concert, and if I'm allowed to, I will bring you guys with me and do an IRL stream. That would be awesome. You guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get into I'd Like You to Know. And then after that will be some Scottish metal rock and some Rainstorm. Alright, have a happy Thursday, guys. Whatever you're doing, I hope everything is excellent for you.
Your heart is the compass you'll learn to trust. It sits 18 inches below your mind. But crossing that distance is the longest journey you'll ever make. Two people can face the same storm and walk away carrying different futures. The difference isn't the storm, it's the trust they place in the truth their heart already knows. Stay true to your heart, it knows the way. Hold fast to the light you carry each day. You're growing, you're learning, you're finding your stride. I trust you to walk it with courage inside. Keep steady, my love, you're becoming your truth. I believe in the strength that's rising in you. Guard the thoughts that become beliefs. They're quiet builders shaping the life you'll step into tomorrow. Return to the one your heart remembered. The version of you with innocence, not ignorance. She wasn't naive, she simply hadn't learned to doubt her own light yet. Stay true to your heart, it knows the way. Hold fast to the light you carry each day. You're growing, you're learning, you're finding your stride. I trust you to walk it with courage inside. Keep steady, my love, you're becoming your truth. I believe in the strength that's rising in you. Hold close the words that steady your steps. Keep the truth spoken by those appointed to speak life into you. And listen to the quiet wisdom of nature.
The way it teaches patience, renewal, and return. Let all these voices become the lantern you carry forward, the gentle light that steadies your path. And remember what was told to you once. Don't ever change. But if you do, let it be for the better. That's trust. That's legacy. That's the handover.
question, but here's Irish Lullaby, guys, on Armor Radio. And just so you know, I love eating with chopsticks. Random fact. You have been around for a very long time, Mr. Pasta. Hats off to you. I have not mastered that longevity yet, so I think we're even. More to come.
From the names you use, you tried to isolate me, tried to blind my eyes. But truth doesn't bow to a coward's disguise. My children stand with me, our legacy strong. You were never a match for where we belong. No more fear, no more running, no more damage done. I'm glad we're over, we have triumphed. We're victorious.
Alright guys, let us enjoy some joy in my punchline. Speaking of your favorite spicy mocha, Lady Armor.
There once was a grin on my face, 'cause I don't let stress take up space. When life gets too tight, I flip on the light and I pull the whole room into grace. I laugh when the moment gets wild. I'm chaos's quick-witted child. If life throws a curve, I swerve with the nerve, and I do it with humor and style. I shake off the weight in my chest. I loosen my hair, nothing stressed. If joy's on the line, I claim it is mine, 'cause I grew best when unimpressed. So I let loose and I let it all go. I dance like the punchline, I know. If the world gets too tight, I turn it to light, and I laugh while I steal the whole show. I'm quick on my feet when things break. I joke till the tension's a fake. I don't plan the line, it hits right on time. Like laughter I choose to create. I live for the moments that pop, the ones where the seriousness drops. I wink at the mess, I groove through the stress, and I never let joy lose its spot. I'm bubbles that rise in the sun, a mischief that's barely begun. I'm light on my toes, I go where fun goes, and I laugh till the whole room is one. Yeah, I let loose and I let it all go. I dance like the punchline, and I know. If the world gets too tight, I turn it to light, and I laugh while I steal the whole show. I let loose, I let go, and I live. You like the joys in control.
You walk in victory when you surrender to joy and laughter.
Thank you so much guys for being here. Win to all of you. I love you. Thank you so much for the emotes. You guys are amazing.
Once was a queen of the group
Let's slide into her laughter
who
list.
taught heavy hearts how to move. She learned in the rain how to rise from her pain and let kindness define every move. She once doubted all she could be, till she learned how to stand
You're
wild
welcome,
and
Ducky.
free.
Always an
that mocked her for all she'd received. But with fire in her eyes, she laughed at the skies and replied, I'm the storm you won't bend.
Alright guys, thank you so much. Just to give you a heads up, in about 25 minutes, your spicy mocha is going to be taking a break so I can eat, refresh, and repeat. I will be taking about an hour break. I will still be playing music for you guys, but I won't be on the mic. I might pop in to give shout-outs and whatnot, but I do need a quick break. So I can keep being awesome for you guys. Thank you so much for listening to Armor Radio, and the last few songs have been about your favorite spicy mocha, Lady Armor, off my album, A PK Story. What is a PK? A PK is a preacher's kid. But I didn't grow up in that life. So, yes, my album is about stories of growing up and things that happened. And yeah, so I am who I am because of how I was refined. And I really hope that you guys also understand that every challenge in this life is a chance to refine you and make you better. Just like grapes being turned into wine, we don't like the pressed process because we feel oppressed, we feel broken sometimes, we feel, crushed on every side, and just life doesn't seem fair, whatever the case may be, whatever's got you down. But trust me, the hope is knowing that the storm will end. And the hope is a better version of yourself. So I encourage you guys today, give yourself a hug, a pat on the back, and tell yourself you are worth it. You are worth everything that is happening so that you can be a better you every day. The one song I'd like you to know towards the end, that last quote about changing for the better, that actually was told to me by a classmate in high school. I remember being in math class, and one of my good friends, she was loud and outspoken, very blonde, but she was adorable in her own right. She was telling me one day in paired activity, we were paired with another kid who went off to serve our country. So hats off to him. And thank you for your service to my dear former classmate. But she told me, don't ever change. And he turned to her, he turned to me, and he said, no correction. Go ahead and change if you want, but just make sure it's for the better. And that stuck with me. That has stuck with me for over 20 years now. I'm not old. Shh. I didn't say that. You didn't hear me. No! Anyway. There are other things that I have held dear to my heart that I hope to be able to pull out and express in music for you guys. But you guys are absolutely amazing. Thank you so much for hanging out. And thank you for the kind words, Pasta. And everybody who has come in with kind words. You are absolutely amazing. This is everything that I have hoped for. Just a chill, safe space for everybody to just be able to kick their feet back, if possible. Make yourself at home. Make sure that you have all the snacks and drinks that you need to just have a good day and share a love and passion of music, etc. So, oh, thank you so much, Pasta. Mwah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am so honored and blessed that you guys have crossed my paths, and I plan on meeting more of you guys. So I've been very busy stream surfing and meeting new streamers and their communities, and it's just been an awesome experience. While trying to balance, work and home life, it's been amazing. It's a huge challenge, but I'm ready for it. I've been ready for it. I've been doing this for a very long time. So I'm going to do one more song called Phoenix Rising from my album, and then I'm going to do a sample of music that I've done for another streamer, whom I also mod for. More information coming. And then right around that time, maybe one or two more songs, music templates that I've created. There's another song that I've played before from my album, worked in here somewhere in rotation, about my children, and in that time frame I will be going on break. So you guys are amazing. Don't forget to grab your Pokemon. Yesterday we had an Eevee running around, and Ray and some numbers caught it. Unfortunately, I had to step away right at that moment, and I love Eevee, and I couldn't get Eevee. A little jelly, but I'm over it. Alright guys, here's Phoenix Rising on Armor Radio. I am your favorite spicy mocha lady, Armor. Let's get to it.
You were the one who saw the parts no one could ever see. Read the quiet folded pages that still lived inside of me. I opened up my heart to speak the truth I'd held so tight, ready to confess the love that kept me waking through the night. But right before the moment when my truth could touch the air, you said there was another, and her name became a snare. Stay with me through the breaking, through the moment I turned cold. You left me standing in the silence with a story left untold. My heart was almost healing when it shattered into dust, but I won't let the past define the woman that I trust. pain she left behind. I choose forgiveness over anger that once tried to claim my mind. If you return with honesty, I'll listen to your truth. But I won't fall for borrowed love or illusions from my youth. Stay with me through the rising if your heart is truly mine. But no, I'll choose my soul before I beg for borrowed time. I love you for the way you saw the parts I had to hide. But I'm the phoenix in this story, and I'll burn or I'll fly.
Alright guys, let me set this next one up. For any of you who understand what Dude Man means, go and check out xDudeman6x. He is a phenomenal streamer. When we first met, he was actually a couple weeks old in the Twitch community, but he has such a big personality, a big heart, and he is an amazing person. Always multitasking, talking with his chat, and playing his games. He was very huge into Path of Titans when we had met. He actually popped in on my longtime friend Fate's channel, and that's where we kind of all started to hang out. Absolutely phenomenal guy. I offered to help him out, and even though I was still fairly new at streaming myself, I had been in the Twitch community for a couple of years doing mods and watching other streamers. So I wasn't exactly a newbie coming into this thing. Plus, I've been in media before. I grew up on a stage, so performing and broadcasting, they were all natural to me. I also have a podcast that I had a while ago that I did. So all of this really isn't new to me. Just the platform is, and the abilities that I get to do and portray, and the fact that I can add all these talents together. So what I did for him was I actually created a few songs for him to play, whether it be stream music or music to, help him promote his channel, which I open the floor to anybody who would like either a change of pace or somebody who is new and trying to make a more lively broadcast. Absolutely, I'm willing to work with anybody. Here is an outro that I did called Primal Respawn, and it's based off of this specific streamer's love for Path of Titans. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy, and you guys are amazing. So, it is already almost time for me to go on break, so I'm going to watch my time very carefully. But you guys are absolutely amazing, amazing. After this, we're going to be doing a little bit of dance music, and we're going to do some culture music, and yeah, you guys get to hear it all today. You guys are amazing. Thank you for joining me on Thursday's Freestyle Viewer's Choice. If any of you have a recipe of music that you would like me to curate specifically for you so that I can shout you out and give you credit next Thursday, go ahead and drop your favorite music flavor in the chat. And bet I will be making music in your honor. This is your favorite spicy mocha lady Armor, and you are listening to Armor Radio and Primal Respond.
But I, slow. New pulse. New fire. Reset the bones. Reset the flame. Primal. Respawn. Primal. Respawn. Primal. Respawn. Primal.
Get it, Pasta? Alright, let's get into some dance groove.
before the storms had settled in my chest, before I knew the weight of wilderness. You sent a whisper into all my ache, a gentle calm no chaos dared to break. You taught me rest when I had none to give, a sacred breath that taught my soul to live. My weary heart learned peace because of you, a promise kept, a mercy breaking through. Then grace arrived in ways I couldn't see, a quiet proof that you remembered me, a gift unearned, a kindness undeserved, a living sign my prayers had not been blurred. You showed me love is something freely poured, not bought, not bartered, only ever yours. Through you I learned that heaven still insists on showing up, on proving that it exists. You wrote my life in meanings one by one, a holy tale my heart could not outrun. From rest to gift, from strength to guiding flame, you shaped my soul the moment that they came. Each child of verse you whispered from above, each meaning proof of your unending love. My story lives in every breath they take, a masterpiece only your hands could make. Then strength was born where weakness used to be, a mountain rising straight inside of me. You taught me courage when my knees would shake, a higher ground no fear could ever take. You lit a fire where shadows used to hide, a lifted heart, a spine restored with pride. Through you I learned to stand when I was small, to rise again, to answer every call. And then came light, a soft, unending flame, a glow that warmed the places touched by shame. You taught me honor in the smallest things, compassion woven into fragile wings, a gentle fire that never burns to harm, a lantern held inside a tender palm. Through you I learned that love is not a fight, it's quiet strength, it's mercy dressed in light. You wrote my life in meanings one by one, a holy tale my heart could not outrun. From rest to gift, from strength to guiding flame, you shaped my soul the moment that they came. Each child of verse you whispered from above, each meaning proof of your unending love. My story lives in every breath they take, a masterpiece only your hands could make. 4 chapters bound inside a single spine, 4 echoes of a love that's yours, not mine.
rest, gift, and strength, and light that never ends. My heart reborn through 4 eternal blessings. You wrote me whole through every sacred sign. Their meanings carved your fingerprints in mine.
pull me in with promises, all charm and chivalry at the start. Motorbike rides, open roads, you made it look like you had a heart. But the web you spun around me was stitched with lies you call love. And the moment you stepped into my home, your mask slipped off like dust. But even then, a spark stayed lit, the part of me you couldn't kill, the part that whispered, hold on tight, one day you'll climb this hill. You try to choose my friends for me, you try to shrink my world down small, cut me off from those who cared, said you were the only one I should call. You forced affection I never wanted, drained the color from my days. You worship that dragon on the shelf more than the damage you made. But every time you dim my light, something brighter fought to rise. You never saw the strength you sparked each time you fed me lies. You didn't just hurt me, you hurt my boy, made him watch the storms you'd start. You broke the peace inside our home, you tried to break my heart. But the moment I walked out that door, the harmony came rushing back. My boy could breathe again with me, we finally stepped off your track. I lost 3 years to you, but I'm making up the time now. I'm free now, living my best life without you. Look at me now, getting back what I lost, repaired what you broke with me and Phoebe. Now I'm sipping on buzz balls, laughing till I fall down. Buzz balls and pool tables with my crew, that's my healing, that's my vow. You can't hurt me or my boy anymore. We're the ones who've made it out. The beauty you stole from me is resurrecting in the sun. It's flying out of reach again, like the dragon lost from the shelf. You care more for chasing fantasies than the wounds you carved in me. But I've stitched my wings back together now, watch how far they carry me. Every step away from you was a step closer to a new life. Every breath without your shadow made my spirit come back alive. You believed your own gaslighting, told your stories door to door. But truth outlives the loudest liar, and I don't live there anymore. We've escaped the wreckage you dared to call your truth. All you stole will be returned, that's the justice coming due. You're a chapter I've closed firmly, not a scar I'll carry long. I've rewritten my whole future, and every line is strong. I lost 3 years to you, but I'm making up the time now. I'm free now, living my best life without you. Watch me rise now. Now I'm sipping on buzz balls, laughing like the world's brand new, getting tipsy and giggly with the laughter you could never steal or use. Buzz balls and pool tables with my crew, that's the life you couldn't break. You can't hurt me or my boy anymore. We're free for our own sake. You took your shot and missed. We're done and I am free. You'll never dim my light again. My life belongs to me.
from across the room. Shadows loom, they follow you. You're wrestling with your own desires, to be heard, to be loved, to find what hope inspires. You look up, I catch the hurt in your eyes, deep wounds ignored, welts that rise. No one knows the weight you bear, the silent load, the cross you wear. He needs to be seen, he needs to be heard, he needs these things to keep moving forward. Looking back, who stood beside him, who walked tall, who truly tried him. I'm encouraging him to see this life in new light. All he hopes for found without fight, but they told him he's weak, not to speak, not right. Feelings are for the fragile, not part of might. He's fought in battles, he's seen the wars, lost his brothers on distant shores. He's leaving a legacy, unsure what it stands for. The blood he's seen still stains his core. And when he comes home, there's no one inside, no voice to honor his love or pride. A hero forgotten, fading from sight, still carrying the cares of this man I see you in the boy and the man you became, in the battles you fought, in the weight you still claim. You're not weak for the tears, nor alone in the night. You deserve to be held in the warmth of the light. Every version of you has a story to tell, and you're worthy of love even when you're unwell. You've carried the world, now let someone in. You don't have to be broken to finally begin. You grew up believing you had to be steel, taught to stand tall before learning to feel. No father to guide, no blueprint to hold, just a boy forced to carry a burden to hold. Your mind is a battlefield no one can see, thoughts marching in circles, refusing to flee. You laugh with your friends, but the truth underneath is you're drowning in silence, you can't even speak. You walk through the world like a shadow in stride, hiding the bruises you carry inside. You want to be noticed, but fear what they'll find. The cracks in your armor, the war in your mind. Your memories cling like a ghost to your skin, old scars reopening again and again. You tell yourself fine, but the ache never ends, and you're scared of the damage you never could mend. You swing at the demons that rise in your chest, battling urges that won't let you rest. You're bruised from the war, but you still stand your ground, afraid of the day they finally drag you down. You swallow your truth till it burns in your throat, carrying stories no one ever wrote. You don't ask for help, not because you don't care, but because no one taught you that someone could be there. You wonder if someday your name fades away, if the world keeps on turning without you one day. You don't need applause or a kingdom or throne, just proof that you're to breathe, how to protect before learning to grieve. You patch up your pieces with grit and with glue, still wondering who you'd be if life hadn't brought